안녕하세요. This is hello in Korean. My name is Kang Michael Hong. I'm Professor Emeritus of Child Psychiatry at Seoul National University. I was fortunate to be the founder of Korean Child Psychiatry, a new specialty in Korea 40 some years ago. The topic I'm going to share with you at this Congress is clinical implication of the East-West cultural differences in Asian countries. Does it really matter? I have presented a series of lectures related to the social-cultural changes in child mental health at several ESCAPOP and IACAPOP congresses during the last 2 decades. How did I get interested in this topic and why is it so important? What about in your culture? Was the most frequently asked questions during my stay in the United States. My answer was, puzzled, embarrassed, because I did not know how to and what to answer. I was born, raised, and educated during the modernization period of Korea, looking up the Western civilization as the model, being superior. I loved Western music, literature, and philosophy, while I was never taught formally on Confucianism and other important Eastern cultural heritage. Ironically, it was my experience in the United States and questions like above that forced me to raise my mind-boggling questions such as, do I have something genuinely Korean or Eastern in me? What part of me comes from Eastern cultural tradition? What part of me from the Western? Since my return to Korea in 1979, I have witnessed rapid, extensive, successful socio-economical progress, transforming the land of owning calm into dynamic Korea. And I was amazed to find the West in every corner in Korean society, and two cultures, the East and West, coexist, peacefully sometimes, but often confused and conflict. I was also confronted by recurring questions of the process of implementing child psychiatry service. Are my professional knowledge and clinical skills learned in the United States culture appropriate, culture relevant, culture syntonic in Korea? This is the way my interest in cultural issues got started. And now, as a wrap-up of my career-long research interest, I decided to look closely at the clinical implications of these cultural issues. In my presentation, clinical implications of East-West cultural differences, also similarity and commonality, and confusing coexistence of them are discussed in terms of concept of psychopathology, diagnostic formulation, therapeutic goals and method, including psychotherapy, and mental health prevention and psychiatric training. An urgent need to integrate the East and West cultural differences in clinical settings and develop culturally relevant, appropriate, culture syntonic clinical skills are strongly advocated. Unfortunately, I had to focus my comments on East Asian regions where the main culture is based on Confucianism, Buddhism, and Taoism. However, I'm sure that the same argument could be applied in other cultural regions, such as Islamism and Hinduism. I wish many colleagues and allied professionals participate in the 24th IACAPOP Virtual Congress the first of its kind in Singapore. Thank you.